Show me a man's beliefs, and I'll show you his limitations. So I first moved to LA when I was 21 years old. I was excited to be in California, the palm trees, the blue skies, everything that California has, specifically in LA, to have to offer. But here's the thing. I was 3,000 miles from home. I didn't have professional skills. I was homesick. But most importantly, I didn't have confidence, enthusiasm, energy that I do today. And if I break it down, I didn't have fitness. So it was a big pain point from the insecurity that I felt, because let's face it, I was allergic to lifting weights, or at least I thought so. I was eating fast food every day. Taco Bell was a staple in my diet, but I realized that I needed a change. So what I did was I enrolled myself into a big box gym, and I was excited on one hand. If I break it down, I didn't actually fundamentally believe that I could change. I had these self-limiting beliefs about my physique wasn't good enough. I didn't have the right genetics. I wasn't meant genetically to have a muscular frame. So these are all things that were swirling around in my mind, but I still took a little bit of action. And what I did was I joined the big box gym. I started working out. I was very inconsistent though, because I didn't truly believe that I could gain the physique and gain the life that I wanted. So I started taking those mediocre actions. I would be inconsistent. Some days I'd show up, some days I didn't. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a guide. Ultimately, it got to the point where I just became frustrated, became embarrassed. And I remember one time, my buddy, I was hanging out with him at a pool party with a bunch of girls, and he told me, he's like, Bryce, it looks like you have islands for nipples. And like a freaking lightning bolt to my body, this pain, this embarrassment, this frustration hit me, and I knew I needed to change. So I was like, all right, my dude, I am gonna hire a fitness coach. And fortuitously, one of my best friends from California or from Michigan moved to California, and he was my first fitness mentor. He showed me about fitness. He showed me about circuit training. He showed me about clean nutrition, but most importantly, he showed me about coaching and accountability, because what I did there for the period of really 2 years of training with him, hyper-focused over 6 months, I borrowed off his belief. I had a guide, I had a model, I had a mentor, and I looked at him. He had a six-pack, he had the glistening muscles, he had the confidence, all the girls loved him. I wanted that. And at the first time ever, I thought to myself, wow, I can do this. If this dude can do this, I can do this. So I started borrowing off his belief until I got to a point that I actually believed for myself. So if I look back and I paint the picture of the frustration, the embarrassment, the concern that I had, but ultimately the decision I made to take a step forward, I realized belief was at the foundation. And my action steps are this. Number one, you gotta take action. You have to act. Number two, you need to be able to hire a guide, hire a mentor, and put you in an environment that is actually conducive to supporting you towards your goals. And last but certainly not least, that environment and that guide will lend you enough belief until one day you can believe for yourself. And when you believe for yourself, you're finally gonna take the action that you need to live the life and get the result that you deserve.